Take a moment to reflect. Who receives your energy throughout the day? Your children, your colleagues, your creative projects, your partner, your friends. How intentional are you about where your energy flows? Many of us move throughout the day, giving pieces of ourselves away without conscious awareness, leading to an all too familiar feeling of depletion. I mentioned in episode 2 about burnout, the difference between time management and energy management. So today's episode is all about adjusting your energy. Today, we're asking the essential questions. Who and what are you giving your energy to? How can you better manage your energy throughout the day? And what practices can help you call your energy back to yourself? Whether you're a parent juggling family responsibilities, a creative navigating the demands of your craft, a professional balancing workplace dynamics, or simply someone trying to maintain meaningful connections while honoring your needs, this episode is for you. By the end of our time together, you'll have practical tools to not only stay in alignment, but ensure you remain grounded and centered as you move throughout your world. Welcome to Adjusting. Welcome to Adjusting, a safe space for candid conversations about mental health and well-being with your host, Justin G. Nelson. Whether you're recovering from trauma, redefining your purpose, managing mental health, or simply craving more authenticity, this show is for you. I hope something resonates with you and helps you on your own personal journey. So sit back, relax, and let's start adjusting. And welcome back to episode 4 of Adjusting, where we are about to really dive into the topic of adjusting your energy. A lot of you mentioned that you are interested in the energy management breakdown. So this is going to be a really detailed episode, and I hope you're ready. Sorry in advance if I step on some toes. But this is why we do our breathing exercise, so that you can take this energy in and this information in and receive it from a place of love and support and not a place of judgment, because we're all in this adjusting, healing journey together. And I just want you all to get to a place where you can adjust your energy and everything related to energy so that you can live the life God wanted you to live and live in your purpose and in alignment. Okay? Okay, good. Now, take a deep breath in. 1, 2, 3. And out. 1, 2, 3. If you're driving, focus on the road, okay? Again, rest your shoulders, relax your jaw. Connect with your stomach. Actually, put one hand on your stomach and one hand on your heart. Relax your feet. Rest your knees. And breathe in. 1, 2, 3. And out. 1, 2, 3. Amazing. So before we get deeper into the episode, I want to thank TJ from Tea with TJ podcast for editing my podcast. Thank you to my sponsors that I don't have yet, but they're coming soon because we are really close to the 1,000 download section that I need. So keep listening, keep sharing. That really adds up and it means a lot. Also, send me some reviews. Let me know how you're loving the podcast or liking it so that I can share this with more people. So I think that's it. If you want to support my other brands, you can do that. You can follow my vegan wellness page, Earthy and Cultured, my branding and marketing page, Type J Marketing, or connect with me as a creative on @JustinG.Nelson on all platforms. So let's dive in. All right, so this episode was very fun to prep and to generate content around because I really want to talk about energy. Energy has become a buzzword in social media and some spaces, especially with people who are in their spiritual journey or the hoteps. Shout out to y'all, the grand risings and the Y'all, this stress me out. I ain't gonna lie. I get it. I get the good morning and you're not mourning, but it's just a lot. It's a lot sometimes. But let's talk about what we mean by energy. So think of your energy as a personal fuel tank. And this is not just like physical energy. You wake up like three-fourths full and you need some coffee to get pushing. No, I'm talking about that mental energy. With our personal fuel tank, we all have one, and it powers everything from getting out of bed to dealing with your children to dealing with the flux of the finances and politics. Like all those things add up when it comes to your energy. But when you're feeling full, you're motivated. You're like, okay, I'm gonna knock out this to-do list. I'm gonna hit the gym. I'm gonna check on my friends. I'm gonna go to this event. Like I'm in it to win it. I'm zoned in. That's when your fuel tank, your energy fuel tank is on F. You're full. Oh, but baby, when that thing is low, okay, you're running on fumes. Mm-mm. Energy isn't just about being tired or awake. It's about having enough of yourself to show up as you while dealing with everything life throws at you. And I will admit, as a Cancer, baby, I'm just here. I'm just here so I don't get fired. Okay, I'm just existing because I knew that there was something to be done and I just want to go back home and get in bed. My introverts can relate. Trust me, we sometimes, I'm happy to be here, but I'd rather not be here. Your body actually feels this energy shift. Sometimes you're in survival mode and your heart is racing, you're feeling anxiety, you're feeling those butterflies and things. But this isn't about having a bad day or feeling moody, it's just your energy is depleted. So a lot of times people question yoga and they say, well, yoga is not in alignment with me as a Christian, or it is tainted because of the the chanting and the things that comes with it. Because I don't know if I'm saying home or Omnio Horror, I might be bringing in another demon. Maybe you're the demon, okay? And maybe the demon is trying to come out of you. Like, you know, so if you don't know what you're talking about, shut up. Shutting up is an option. But we can't talk about like a chi or the prana or life force and question it. Like those are important things. Most things have a name. You just don't know what it is. Just say that. Just say I don't know what it is. But those things are your vital sparks that makes you you. So like the yin and yang and the flow, like that in itself is energy. Now, here are some signs of energy depletion. Number one, physical symptoms. It can be exhaustion, tension, sleep deprivation, sleep disturbances. You're tossing and you're turning. That bone deep exhaustion when you've been on for everyone else but you. And you finally get your kids in bed. You've talked to your partner if you're like a long distance relationship kind of person, and you've powered through those meetings. I really don't like working corporate sometimes because you have a meeting for the meeting you just had a meeting for. Just send me an email. Like that is when you use AI to recap the meeting and send me the notes because I'm tired from talking to you about something you should have already known. I hate it. And you can barely keep your eyes open on your drive home. Your body's way of like slowing down and just like, I am tired, get me home. That's one sign of energy depletion. Number two is emotional indicators. So you're irritable, emotional numbness, feeling overwhelmed, or the new phrase, feeling overstimulated. When your partner asks, how was your day? And you're just like, you know what? Let's have a silent time. Let's not talk. Give me 30 minutes to decompress from the office or church or other place. Let me just have me time and then we can talk. It's not you, it's me. Or that moment when your best friend shares exciting news and you feel nothing but numbness inside. It's not personal. It's not personal. That's why I'm grateful that my friends and I always ask, do you have the emotional capacity for me to share something with you? Because I never want my friends to share something praiseworthy and I'm just not there. And I'm so excited. Trust me, I like inside I'm like, yes. Outside, I'm like, thank you. Congratulations. I'm just so tired. Number three is mental fog. So it's difficulty concentrating, decision fatigue, forgetfulness. This is why I take my brain fog supplements because they have a few mushroom additives in it. I think it's an ashwagandha or a maca root or I think it's lion's mane mushroom. Because without it, I am like a ship lost without a sail. Baby, I'm here and there at the same time. My mind is gone. Okay. And then the last one is spiritual disconnection. Now, this one is a little deep, but it's a loss of purpose, decreased joy, and feeling unmoored. That hollow feeling when your healing practices no longer bring comfort. I will admit, I have been in a season of spiritual depletion where I haven't been journaling as often as I wanted to. Some of my morning affirmations have been like morning sleep because I just haven't felt there. But doing this podcast really gives me some type of spiritual boost. So, connect with me. Maybe we can do some journal prompts together. And then here are some common energy drains. So, the always available trap in relationships and work. People pleasers, overachievers. This is for us, okay? We can do less. I know sometimes it's not in our personality or DNA, but who you trying to prove something to? Like that boss knows that you are an overachiever and they tend to expect that from you, but your paycheck doesn't reflect that. Bars. Digital overwhelm, the doom scrolling. Like I'm trying to find some inspiration to get inspired. No, you're not. You're not gonna cook that recipe. Hey, if you're watching this, if you're listening to this, go cook a recipe. Cook one of those meals you have saved on TikTok or Instagram or YouTube. Do that. Find some energy to do that. Another common energy drain is unresolved conflicts that create energy loops. If you're looking for closure, this ain't your sign. But sometimes you will not find the closure you need in a relationship or a friendship or a job until like 2 years later. And that's fine. But find the closure you need. You might not get it in a text message or a phone call. You will see a sign and just like, you know what? It's time for me to move on. Do it. People pleasing behaviors and obligation based decisions. Choose you. Lift your right hand. Say, I am choosing me today. But I do have something else I want to talk about later in the episode. So put your hand down. And then I want to talk about energy vampires, or what we sometimes call is like energy leeches, or people that are leeches that like come to suck the energy out of you. Now, those are people in your life who seem to leave you completely drained after every interaction. I know you're thinking of somebody right now. That person you're thinking about, block them. You know the ones. Maybe it's that friend who only calls when they have a crisis, but never have the capacity to hear about what you need to talk about. Block them. I'm telling you, y'all, the block button was a creation from the Lord. Okay, it's like the 11th commandment. Thou shalt block. I've been reading the Bible. It's in there. It's in my version of the Bible. Or it's that family member who turns every conversation into a complaint session. Baby, who hurt you? Okay, who pissed in your Cheerios this morning? Because you ain't no way you wake up in a bad mood. Maybe you need a new pillow. Because I don't get it. Even people in general who always find the negative in everything. It's a beautiful day outside. Well, yesterday, I said today is a beautiful day outside. You talking about yesterday. Yesterday is gone. Grow up. Or it's the colleague who creates drama at work and somehow always pulls you in it. Leave me out of it. I ain't got nothing to do with that. That is not in my job description. Energy vampires aren't necessarily bad people, but their needs, habits, and emotional patterns create an imbalanced energy exchange where you give and you give and you give while receiving very little in return. What makes them tricky is that you often don't realize what's happening until you're depleted and you get off the phone and you were supposed to be doing something. And then you're like, you know what? I'll do it tomorrow. And then tomorrow becomes next month and next month becomes next quarter. And then it never happens. And then they call you again and repeat the cycle, break the cycle, block them. Yeah. Now, another thing that relates to this topic is environmental factors, cluttered spaces, chaotic schedules. Remember that grind plus rest equals success we talked about? Yeah. So I want you all to do an activity. It doesn't have to be today. It doesn't have to be this month. But between now and June, I want you to do an emotional spring cleaning. Whatever that looks like to you. Whether it's going through that phone list, that contact list in your phone, go through that, delete and block. Social media, people who only pop up to say, hey, I'm doing an event. Can you come and support? Or, hey, can you go like this post? Like that in a way can be energy vampire. Just unfollow them. You don't have to block them. Just unfollow them and then block them. But really do some emotional spring cleaning to find out where energy vampires or your energy is being misdirected so that we can move on to section 2, which is adhering to the energy exchange. Now, you know about the stock exchange. Let's talk about the energy exchange. Now, this is the concept of the energy economy. Number 1, energy as currency. Think about your energy like actual money in your bank account. For those who have money in their bank account, you have a certain amount to spend each day, and every interaction, task, or relationship requires a withdrawal. So let's say we all have 200 in our bank account. Okay, this is Monopoly, and you want to keep a balance of around $150, $100. Some activities make small deductions, while others can empty your account in one go. So think about it. Like, what people, places, or things really deplete the energy? Okay. If you want to keep at least 100, 150 in your account, them smaller interactions add up. It's just like me going to get my cold brew every morning. Sometimes I don't pay for it. So shout out to my barista who gets it to me for free. Because listen, but the question becomes, are you making intentional investments or are you letting others make withdrawals without your conscious consent? Okay, so we have to be mindful of the spaces we're in where we're code switching. We talked about that. Where we're code switching, that's energy currency. Like you're depleting yourself trying to show up in a space where you really aren't seen, valued, or you're being taken advantage of and drained. Or are you getting something in return? Which goes to energy exchanges. Every time you interact with someone, you're participating in an energy exchange, whether it's professionally or personally. Some exchanges are balanced. You both give and receive. We love those. We love a good give and receive type of energy exchange. However, you may have that one friend, again, who likes to trauma dump and share everything that went wrong in their day, not week, their day. And then go, oh, let me go. I'm going to call you back later. You know what? You don't have to. You don't have to call me back at all. That's fine. Those are the imbalanced exchanges that happen. And it causes you to pour out energy, but you don't receive anything back, you are in control of the conversation too. You can hang up, or you can say, "Hey, I got another call coming in. I'm gonna call you right back." That's a little lie, but it's fine. They don't need to know the truth. So the third thing is energy investments versus energy leaks. Don't leave, y'all. Come back, come back. This is where it gets a little personal. When you intentionally direct your energy towards something that matters to you, so whether this is an audition, creative project, a relationship, your fitness goal, financial investments, like you're really invested in something and you're dedicating more energy and time to making this happen, that's an investment that often returns dividends in the form of fulfillment or connection or an accomplishment, or you booked it. Okay. Shout out to my performance. You're going to book this season. Energy leaks, on the other hand, are those unconscious drains that happen without your awareness or choice, like doom scrolling on social media when you're supposed to be asleep or actually working on something. Like, I get we want to take a creative break and just like, I finished this, I'm gonna take a 2 minute break. That 2 minute turns into 20 minutes. And you're just like, crap, I was supposed to send this email by now, or I needed to post this content by now. Or the mental energy wasted. This is personal, but the mental energy wasted replaying an argument in your head for the 10th time. Y'all, I will admit, as a Cancer, I will replay an argument. I will reread a text message. I will look and she's like, you know what? Maybe I'm taking this out of context. Or maybe they meant it this way. And I really try to extend grace to everyone because I know we all going through something, some way or another. Context matters. Okay? Because if you want to go low, okay, if you want to go low, I'm gonna go to hell. Okay, we listen. We're going neck for neck, and sometimes my blows are not healthy. That's why I'm adjusting. Okay, I'm still in the season of adjusting because only so much I'm allowed before I'm just like, you know what, forget this. We're going at it. But I wrote a blog recently as we're talking about hell, as we're in the season of Holy Week and Easter was yesterday. But I wrote a blog called Holy Week, the cross that changes everything. And I talked about how my pastor and I were workshopping titles for the Good Friday service. And he went with his original one. So I was like, you know what? This title really means a lot to me. So I'm going to talk about it. Stay with me. It makes sense for the next point. And I mentioned in the blog that there are a lot of invisible crosses that we carry, whether it's anxiety or doubt or fear or stress. I'm going to put the link for the blog in the caption so that you can read it on my Substack channel. It was a very good, short 2-minute read, but the next energy transaction or the energy economy moment is the invisible transactions. So most of us were never taught to see energy as a valuable resource worth protecting. We automatically give our energy away to whoever or whatever demands it in that moment. And most of the time it's an emergency. That's in air quotes for those not watching on YouTube. And sometimes people deem what they're going through or their situation an emergency. Mm-mm. And I'm really big. This is where boundaries come in, because as someone with like PTSD, and you text me at a certain time, I'm automatically going to assume it's an emergency or somebody is in the hospital. Like, I'm going to go to that trauma place. We automatically give our energy away to whoever or whatever demands it in the moment, the loudest voice, the most urgent text, the most pressing deadline. But once you start seeing that and setting your boundaries, you will slowly gain your energy back. Invisible transactions are real. Okay. And sometimes, again, we have to give ourselves grace. We say, we're human. I will learn to respond to this differently. I will not exert so much energy to these things that could have waited until the next day. And the last type of energy within the energy economy is the compound effects. Just like financial decisions compound over time, your energy allocation patterns create long term effects. Write this down. Consistently investing your energy in people and activities that deplete you without replenishment leads to chronic exhaustion. Again, consistently investing your energy in people and activities that deplete you without replenishment leads to chronic exhaustion. Ain't enough caffeine in the world to get you out of that place, okay? Not enough ocean in the Pacific Ocean to replenish that. You have got to reclaim your time. Shout out to Maxine, okay? Once you get to that compound effect, it's just like that interest rate that keeps on building and building, that chronic fatigue, chronic exhaustion. But prioritizing energy giving relationships and experiences creates a reservoir of vitality you can draw from even during challenging times. So, this is where prayer, meditation, walks, those kind of chip away at those interest rates. You can go on a vacation, but you still, it's very rare that most people, I speak for myself as a creative, can really disconnect on a vacation because I'm always thinking, okay, I got to get back. I need to do this. I have this deadline coming up, yada, yada, yada. But people who are like more structured and have a 9 to 5 desk job, which is like, okay, I have my out of office request on, boom, I can disconnect. Shout out to you. That's good. But the people who don't have that luxury, go for a walk, hug a tree, get your feet in the grass. Okay, I'm allergic to grass, so I can't do that. I found out the hard way. So moving on to section 3, adjusting your energy. So I want to share a few energy management techniques. So again, a lot of people wanted me to, I ain't gonna say a lot of people, like 3 people asked me to talk about energy management. So to the 3 people who asked, this is for you. Number 1, energy auditing, okay? So this is tracking your energy levels throughout the day to identify patterns. For example, spend a week noting your energy on a scale of 1 to 10 at different points of the day. So this can be breakfast or just waking up. It could be around noon, lunchtime. I want to say like late afternoon and then at night. So at least 4 check-ins throughout the day. You might discover that you constantly crash after lunch, or on a Thursday afternoon, you're at your lowest energy point in that week. I know for me, end of the month, payday, baby. Not payday. When the rent is due and you're just like, man, I just got all this money in. I got to spend this money on rent. Like that's a energy audit for me. Or Mondays, I'm like, yes, I'm starting this week off strong, hitting the ground running. Come Wednesday, I'm just like, is it Saturday yet? Like I'm depleted. Number 2 is conscious boundaries, setting clear limits on your availability and capacity. I am still working on that. I share this often, and I will always share it. As someone who grew up in a Black church, sometimes we feel shame when we say no. But they didn't feel shame in asking you, okay? You have got to set a boundary that doesn't drain you and create this moment or this sense of dread when it comes to going to church or any other environment for that matter. But you have to know, like you have to choose you at some point when it comes to saying no to last minute things. It's a work in progress. It is not easy. It will not happen overnight. But in the morning, you will feel better if you say no. They will adjust. Another thing is creating a do not disturb period during your workday when you turn off all notifications. Okay. Apple has that feature. I don't know about Android. I don't know about John, but Apple has it. Or establishing a rule that you don't check emails after 7 p.m. Mine is 6. Okay. And don't text me and say I sent you an email. I'll block you. It might look like telling your friends that you need 24 hours to respond to non urgent text messages or letting your partner know you need at least 15 minutes of alone time when you get home. That's healthy communication. Shout out to those who do that. Number three, strategic scheduling, planning high energy tasks during your natural peak time. So for me, I schedule most of my client stuff during the morning when I know I'm awake, I'm alert, I can get all that done. And it sounds bad. And then I schedule myself later because I know I will be a little more rested and I can focus on myself after everything else is done. Other people might switch it around. You do you. Number four, energy hygiene practices. What are you talking about? Okay, listen. Daily routines to clear accumulated energetic residue. I love the Vicks eucalyptus shower bombs. I feel like I'm in a spa. Okay. Take one of those. Listen, okay. Get you some eucalyptus oil. Get you one of the shower bombs. Get you some peppermint oil. Get a candle. Something with a woodsy smell. Listen. And then take that, put it in the shower, turn the shower all the way up, like crank it up to hot. Okay, real hot. Put that in there. Turn it on. Close the door. You have the best at home sauna. Now, if you got some weak fire alarm thingies that'll trip it, don't do that. Okay, because some of these New York apartments, you turn hot water on for 2 seconds and it's like beep, beep, beep. You don't want that. You don't want that. But I do that as a way to just like decompress, and the eucalyptus and the peppermint. I'm just like, yes, that's just something I do. You can do a sit down bath, but some of these, man, listen, my bathtub, it, I be slipping. I'm like, I'm a drown. I be nervous. And then the last thing is intentional disconnection, creating sacred space free from external demands. Example, a weekly tech-free evening. I'm jealous of people who can do social media breaks, okay? Because I work in social media. So I'm not on it 24/7, but I'm on it like 20 and 7. And I just sometimes want to disconnect. So doing like either a 24-hour break or a 7-day break if you're not a business owner and you need to be on your phone, schedule the post and take the break. And here are 5 energy practices that you can do to reclaim the energy. We're going to talk about it, but I just want to give you a heads up. So, number 1, a grounding meditation, guided practice. I'm really almost at a place where I can launch the guided practice on YouTube. So, give me like another month and it'll be up. Energy field clearing is a visualization technique for removing unwanted energetic attachments. I do this sometimes with sage, and I'll crack on my windows, burn the sage, and walk around and just like chant some affirmations like I remove this energy from my space. I cleanse this space so that I can operate in my highest self, like things like that. Sage, Palo Santo, Florida water, those are good things to use. The power of no. Okay, no is a complete sentence. Nature immersion. So putting your feet in grass, hugging a tree, going for a walk, sitting by water, and then body-based practices. So this is the deep breathing exercises, the 4-7-8 breathing, the breath of fire that we do in tantric yoga, yoga itself, stretching in itself. Those are good things that you can do to reclaim your energy. And then there's another one. I'm not too privy to it. Like I'm aware of it with the energy poses where you can put your hands like wide on a desk and then lift your chest up to the sky so that the sun is like bringing the energy in. I'm jumping ahead, but I just wanted to mention that. Also, I wanted to share this book. This is not an ad or anything, but this book really did help a lot when it came to me reclaiming my energy. This is Homecoming by Dr. Thema Bryant, and it talks about overcoming fear and trauma to reclaim your whole authentic self. She just had another book come out called Matters of the Heart. But if you need something to really help reclaim your energy, Homecoming. Welcome home to you. Welcome home to the energy. Welcome home to your purpose. I love this book. Shout out to her. And then section 4, applying the energy reclamation protocol. All right. So here's a step-by-step guide. Number 1, we're almost done, folks. Number 1, identify energy dispersal. So take an honest inventory of where your energy is currently going. Are you spending too much energy on something that's not giving you something back? Is there a way to divide the energy? I know me as a multi-hyphenate, I juggle a lot of things. So sometimes Mondays are only for this, Tuesdays are only for that, Wednesdays are for that. And I have gotten to a place where I'm comfortable with that. That makes me feel like I am really giving my energy evenly across the board. Pay special attention to the unconscious energy that drains you. Okay. So checking work emails a lot. Okay. If you're off the clock, you're off the emails too. Call back your energy. This is number 2. This is where the magic happens, okay? For each energy drain you've identified, create a simple ritual to reclaim that energy. Just like Maxine Waters said, reclaiming my time, you can chant to yourself, I call my energy back from this situation. Don't say it in a person face, okay? And it was like, you get on my nerves. I called my energy back from this situation. Don't do that. But once you're in a place where you feel safe, crack a window and just repeat 3 times, I call my energy back from this situation. I call my energy back from this situation. I call my energy back from this situation. Even just saying that, now I feel good, okay? And then do a power pose. Put your hands on your hips, like make a fist, put them on your hips, and stand like the Superman pose. Now that is a great way to call your energy back, okay? Or you can visualize cords of light returning to you. So again, that goes back to putting your hands flat on a surface and lifting your chest so that you're chest forward and really calling the sun in, God in, ancestors into that space that opens up that heart chakra. I'm telling y'all, listen, it all works together. Establish new agreements with yourself first and then others. Okay. So this whole episode, energy management, reclaiming your energy, adjusting your energy, it's about how much energy you're giving yourself. And then you control how much of it you want to expand out to other people. Start by clarifying your non-negotiables. What you absolutely need to maintain your energy. Maybe it's 8 hours of sleep. Maybe it's 7. Maybe it's 9. Maybe you need to take a day off. Okay, that's fine. You got PTO, you got sick days, use them. Then communicate these needs clearly to the important people in your life. Don't just ghost people. Okay, make sure you communicate, hey, I'm really drained. I need some time to really reclaim my energy. I am going ghost for a while, but I'm letting you know everything okay. I'm just tired. Remember, you're not asking for permission to protect your energy. You're informing others about what you need to show up fully in their lives. So if they are not an energy vampire, they will respect and say, listen, I need to do the same thing. Maybe I'll do it with you. That's a good friend. Okay. That's accountability. Number 4, create maintenance practices. Energy reclamation isn't a one-time event. It's an ongoing practice. Develop daily and weekly rituals that help you maintain energetic clarity. This could be a Sunday evening review of the coming week's energy demands. For me, I have to see, okay, is my client's magazine due this week? Do we have a lot going on in church? How many shifts am I working? Do I have to grade papers this week? Do I have auditions this week? Like, I really have to look at the week ahead. And it's really hard for me to organize everything in one place for it to make sense that I don't get overstimulated or overwhelmed. But if you're not that person and you're not busy like me, try that. Try to establish new agreements and really set the maintenance practices so that you'll say, Monday would be a chill day, a day for me to prep everything. And then Tuesday, we'll hit the ground running. Because some of us, we really don't have a lot of days off. And number 5, monitor and adjust. Your energy needs will change with different life seasons and circumstances. What works during a period of stability might need adjustments during times of stress and transition. Create a system to regularly check in with yourself about your energy balance. Notice when depletion signs starts to appear and make micro adjustments before you reach full exhaustion. This may look like a monthly energy audit or simply paying attention to your body's signals that something needs to shift. Okay? So remember, monitor and adjust. Reviewing those energy reclamation protocols. Identify energy dispersal, call back your energy. Remember, I call my energy back from this situation. Establish new agreements, create maintenance practices, and monitor and adjust. So, remember, adjusting your energy isn't selfish. It's necessary for sustainable giving, creating, and connecting. When we're depleted, we have a little of value to offer others of our important work. Energy management is an ongoing practice, not a one-time fix. It requires regular attention, so you have to make time to attend to your energy. You can't help everybody, okay? And you shouldn't feel bad for taking time to prioritize your energy, okay? If anyone makes you feel bad for that, that's not your person. And lastly, don't forget to block people. It's healthy. I support it. Until next time, bye-bye. Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode. I hope you take something away to help you make the adjustments you need. Before you go, please take a quick second to share this with someone you care about. And if you can, please leave a 5-star rating and review on whatever platform you're listening to this on. For more information about adjusting or to inquire about being a guest, head over to adjustingpod.com. Until next time.